Hello, Jamie. Good to see you again. How are you?
I'm well, thank you, Andre. Yes, thank you.
This is a subject that's dear and close to my heart because I myself is going went through this many years ago. I didn't know what I was going through until I met you and met other people about this term called third culture kid, TCK for short. You work with TCK, third culture kids. Who are third culture kids? And what especially are the ways in which you come alongside and help them?
Well, third culture kids are those who grow up uh, for, let's say, at least 3 years. They spend at least 3 years, often longer than that, in their formative years, birth to age 18, outside of their passport country, mostly because of parents' work, either in missionary work or military, diplomats, business kids, children of teachers at international schools. Those would be third culture kids. And so the third culture refers to uh, this they feel most at home with others who are like them, who have shared that experience. That's the third culture. Um, so that's who third culture kids are. Some of the ways that I come alongside, and what are some of the challenges that they face? Third culture kids, and then I'm getting this from a great book called Third Culture Kids: Growing Up Among Worlds by Ruth Van Rieken, David Pollock, and Michael Pollock. And they refer to two key issues that third culture kids face. They're struggling to find their personal and cultural identity because they've grown up among worlds, right? Who am I? Where do I belong? Where's family? Where's community? And then they often struggle with unresolved grief because of chronic cycles of separation and loss. Um, so often they will move, or their friends will move because of different assignments that their parents have, and so the children have to follow the parents. So those are two key issues. So you can see how those affect then coaching, right? Coming alongside, I'm a life coach, coming alongside third culture kids, helping them to have a sense. My slogan for my coaching is gain courage or wholeheartedness, grow courage, wholeheartedness, gain clarity, and then keep moving. So helping them to feel uh, comfortable in their own skin, who they are, reaching in, understanding their identity, and being not just comfortable with it, but really leaning into that and recognizing what they can bring, and then just gaining a deeper sense, their core convictions, their core relationships, their core commitments. What are those? Helping them identify those, and then keep moving. So what they want to do with that toward their goals. So I listen well and I love well.
Mm.
And I ask good questions to draw out of the well of their own hearts. What do you think? What do you want to do? How will you do that? Who will be the community that supports you to do that? Um, what are some practices that you can do on a regular basis that will cultivate a life of increasing wholeheartedness and clarity and good steps forward, faithful steps forward? So those are some things that I do.
Wow, so helpful. So, what would you say to a person that all their life in America, they grew up in America and they watch this video and they're like, they never seen this before. Do they have any experience, even if they're always been in America, do they have the experience of idea of not belonging somewhere because their family moved around America? Or is it just international?
Yeah, so absolutely. Even if they've lived, from birth to age 18, all in one city, and they all have, just a group of friends that have stayed the same. Um, in adulthood, as we know, a lot of things come at us. We often have to make choices about a career, about life partner, just a lot of things, and they too are struggling to find their identity. So yes, just the level at the level of a common human experience, I think there's a lot of overlap. Um, with third culture kids, I just was at a retreat with adult third culture kids this past weekends, and some of them, by the time they'd 18, they lived in 13 to 14 different places. You can imagine what that does, right? So especially pay attention to some of those things that shape, that affect a third culture kid, and being aware of those issues and concerns helps when you come alongside and want to support them and help them. But yes, even if you don't have that in your background, you're not a third culture kid as defined, like I've defined it. Certainly, we all are longing to know who we are, what we should be doing in this life, and who we want to do it with. Community, right?
Yes.
So those are questions that all of us face.
That's so great. I'm so excited that you covered this deeply rooted subject that most people don't even where else they could find these sources. And so I'm excited your name's in and emails on this website. They could reach out to you, ask great question, and even no stupid question are stupid. Really, this is because nobody covered this subject, and I'm excited, Jamie, that you are covering such a deep, important a valuable question for most people, especially this generation. They're searching to be belonging, to be connected, and you're touching it. Thank you, Jamie, so much.
Thank you. It's great, Andre, to be here. Thanks.